Hey guys, functional living strength today. So we're just going to be working on full body movements, steady strength exercises, more about balance and control as opposed to pushing loads of weight through you. So let's take our time through the exercise and yeah, just get everything moving. Alright, so I'm just going to be using a band today. You can use dumbbells, if not, just body weight will do. We can just tweak and play with that as we go. We will be up and down on the floor, so do have a mat to hand if needed. And also just going to do a little bit of seated work as well, so have something to sit on. If not, the floor's fine, so just use what you can. But let's get things moving. Strength, but body weight, so we're just going to take our time on the exercises. All right. Great stuff. Let's get you moving first of all. So, mobility and get things warmed up. So let's get onto the floor. If we can take it onto your back first of all, and I just like to focus on your transverses and pelvic floor. We've done a lot of work on our transverses, so we all know how to engage. So draw that midsection in, and I'm going to ask for those knees to be at 90-90. And we're just going to start off by focusing on your breathing, and I'd like to go into just a nice steady heel drop. I am keeping it as close as I can. I'm just allowing myself just to settle into a nice steady breathing pattern as I work through that core, nice and steady. Okay, good. As I feel possible, feel free to start to extend that leg that little bit further. Now as you extend that leg, you're going to notice your lumbar spine wants to hyperextend. I'm going to ask you to engage, maintain that curvature as that core stays nice and strong. Okay, I'm going to look for 5, 4, nice and steady, 3, breathe out when it's hard, breathe through 2, well done, and there's 1, okay, and just hug those knees. So you should have felt that midsection fire up, okay? I'd like to now just get the glutes working, so feet nice and close, and I'm going to ask you to push nice and high, hands under your glutes. I want you to feel your glutes. They should be fired up nice and strong, and I just want to work in that top section. Again, do focus on that transversus, that midsection, stabilizing as you squeeze the glutes. Okay, so pelvic floor, glutes. Okay, I'm just going to ask you just to stay up there now and really emphasize the stretch in the hip flexors and quads. So really push yourself through. I'd like to bring your hands by the side and just try to elevate as much as you can. Just feel all those extended muscle groups. So calves, hamstrings, glutes, lumbar spine, shoulders contracting as you hold yourself nice and tall. So squeeze, squeeze, keep it there for me. So isometric contraction, 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1, nice one, and relax that off. Again, knee hug, just to lengthen out the back. All right, let's get some movement in here. So into your rock and reach. So just work in the range that's appropriate for you. Okay, and as you reach through, I'd like to play around with that leg angle. So a slight bend, and then push through. So you're lengthening out your glutes, lengthening out that piriformis, lengthening out the hamstrings. So just work in that range that's appropriate for you. Just feel that groin and hip open. Okay, let's go for 3. There's 2. Hold on. And there's 1. Okay, now if you can just stay up for me into your 90-90. Alright, so just focus on trying to bring your knee in line, foot in line with that knee, and just allow yourself to sit nice and tall. I want you to try and get that torso nice and level, and I'm just going to sweep through, forwards and backwards. Just feel that lumbar spine and the thoracic, that top section just opening through. Think about your breathing, breathing through. There's 3, there's 2, and there's 1. Okay, switching through for me, so 90-90, and again, you might find one side's a bit more pliable than the other. That's okay, just take your time. Where it's just a little bit tight, just hold that position, just increase that range. You've got 3, well done, and there's 2, Good, and there's one. Okay, great stuff. All right, I'd like to get into your rock and reach, and let's try and start to take it into a standing position. So I'd like to rock up with a bent knee, and I'm going to ask you to use that momentum to transfer forwards. Use your hand to help over that knee line, and then just sit into that groin, okay? Lower yourself back through, and then switching sides. So use that momentum and drive forwards. My hands are there to help lift me up over that knee if I need to, and then let's track forwards and just open up that groin. Again, there's no right and wrong. I just want you to work through movements, transferring your body weight around, have a little bit of fun, play with the exercise or play with that movement pattern. Okay, well done. All right, one more, and then we're going to start to take it to that standing position. So these are nice movements just to play with as part of your warm-up on a regular basis. Right, let's get up to those feet. So I'm going to transfer forwards. All right, so this is where we've been getting to. I'm going to use my hands and just transfer my weight through as I kick into a straight hamstring, engage the core, drive through, okay? I'm going to bring myself back down the same way I've just come, and I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. So transfer forwards, shift your body weight through, straight leg, and then nice and tall. Great stuff. Okay. One more time on each side, and then we're going to stay standing. Okay. Last one for me. Don't worry if you're not keeping up, that's fine. Just do what you can, and then work through. Okay, right, let's stay standing. So here we go, comfortable stance. I'm going to ask you now to hinge, so nice and tall. From the hips, hinge forwards. I'm not bending from my lumbar, I'm hinging from my hips. Relatively straight leg. I want to feel the hamstrings engage, pelvic floor transverse engage, create a foundation, okay? This is where you should be feeling it, not in that lumbar spine. From there I'm going to add to, extend, stabilize, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's stand tall, open out that posture, and let's challenge you, slide and stabilize on that one leg, knee high. Let's work on this glute to stabilize that position. 5, 4, 3, feel that foot twitch just to create that stability, and there's 1. Okay, plant those feet, and again, hinge. Feel the hamstrings, the glutes, the lower back engage, okay? Extend, add that load, but only as much as you can, okay? Don't feel you have to put yourself under unnecessary strain. I just want to fire up the hamstrings, fire up the core, just create that stability. 3, 2, and there's 1, and then nice and tall, slide, stabilize off that glute, core nice and strong. Think about your breathing for 5, 4, just feel that foot responding, just to create that stability. 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, great, lovely. All right, good. So it should be nice and mobile. We're going into your first block of exercises. I'm going to be running through these 3 times. So you will get familiar with them as we go. I'll be a bit slower on the first time, and then we'll just be a little bit more aggressive as we work through the second and the third round. Okay, right, here we go. So you'll need a chair or some sort of higher level to work to. If not, just an imaginary one will do, that's fine. But it would help to have something to work towards. All right, let's get those glutes working first of all. So I'm going to be working glutes and then core, small movements. And then I'm going to be going big on the shoulders and big on those legs. Okay, so glutes first of all. First block. Engage that tummy. And I'd like to go for a pick up and a drop off and a pick up. So keeping that steady. With this movement, it's this glute that I want to feel firing up, okay? Try and make sure that's straight and that's not hooking to the side, okay? I want it straight. The only way it's going to be straight is if this glute does the work to stabilize. So there's no point where I'm offsetting onto this leg. I may be tapping for a bit of balance, but my weight stays here. My right glute stays fired up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1, okay, and then offset. As you offset, you should feel that glute was really working nice and strong. Okay, engage, and off we go. Tap, tap, nice and controlled. Drive, strong in that core. I want you to feel this transversus creating stability, keeping the hips level. I want you to feel that glute stabilizing again the hips, so as I can work this knee through. It's good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, great stuff. All right, you should feel that blood flow, those glutes are firing up. Let's now take on to the core, the midsection and those hip flexors. If we can now just perch on your seat, hopefully it's relatively comfortable. You can do this on the floor, that's fine. Engage that midsection, nice and tall, V-sit position, and I'm going to extend. As I extend, feel that midsection stabilize. A slight hinge back will help slightly, but focus on that core as you extend and drive through. The second round, I'll go double. Again, so you can go double, or you might want to stay single. Do make a point of bringing those knees in nice and close. I want you to feel the core flex as you pull. Knee in close. We're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, great stuff. Feel around the hip flexor and midsection work. All right, shoulder press. Feel free to stay seated, okay? If you want to make it a bit more intense, then let's go into that straight shoulder press. If you haven't got any weights, I'm going to encourage you to go into a pike press. A quick demo. Pike position and vertical drop into those shoulders. Okay, so there's your pike press. Otherwise, with your dumbbells, with your bands, here we go, nice and steady. Squeeze the glutes to create that foundation. Nice and steady through the movement. At this stage, I'm just looking for a nice full range of movement. I want you to be aware as you drive fully up, your lumbar spine might want to hyperextend to get the height. I want you to engage the core, feel the tummy, feel the glutes work. Purely shoulders, working off the foundation from the glutes. We've got 6, yep, 5, yep, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, great stuff. Onto those legs. Here we go. So let's raise that back foot. I'm going to look for 10 here. My back foot's there for stability, strong in the core, and I'd like to go for this round, just a nice straight drop. If anything, leaning back slightly. Feel that hip flexor work through. Now, feel free to hold dumbbells, but otherwise work on a nice slow controlled descent and drive through. We've done 3, we're going for 10. You're going down to the depth that's appropriate. So it might be the whole way through, that's great. It might just be a slight flexion and then squeeze, and that's fine. Just take your time, feel this quad work, but you're probably feeling this quad and hip flexor lengthen. That's great, I'm gonna get the glutes next time. Let's go for 2, 1, okay, switching sides, so that thigh should feel alive at this stage. Here we go, so dropping through, stabilize. I want you to just watch the tracking of that knee, try and make sure that's stable. The weight goes here and here into that quad as I drop through. It's getting a bit intense, so again, I'm just going to take it steady. I'm not putting any weight on this one, just body weight, and I'm working in the range that's appropriate for me. Let's go for 3, 2, well done, and yep, 1. Okay, great stuff. And relax. You'll probably find that back thigh was doing a fair bit of work. It was taking the balance as well as getting stretched through. 1 round down, guys, okay? Let's get straight back in there. So here we go into that glute work. Now I'm going to challenge you just to raise your platform. So wherever you are, if you haven't got a platform, an imaginary one, let's get a bit more height. So here we go. I'm going to drive. Challenge yourself to have to pick up high. Okay, so this glute is lengthening. This glute should be fired up, so feel that muscle group. Squeeze through. Nice and steady. Again, so I'm not too worried about rep range here, numbers. I mean, obviously we work within a certain range, but I'd rather you focus on controlled, steady movement, really focusing on the muscle group that's having to work on this exercise. We're going to go for 4, 3. It gets a bit harder, as you can probably notice, as the platform goes up. Good. Well done. Squeeze the glutes and drive. Nice one. Okay, switch. Here we go. Straight in there. Yep. Yep. Well done. Squeezing through. Again, this glute's working, so create that foundation. This glute is opening as you drive through. You're doing well. I'm going to go for 5, straight 4, straight 3, 2. It's good. And there's 1. Okay, nice. Should feel alive in those glutes. Into those abs. So last time we did single. I'm going to give you a choice now. So we can go for single. If you're up for double, then let's go for it. So extend through. It's helpful now to open out if you choose to. And again, both exercises, squeeze those knees in. Okay, off we go. Nice and steady. Think about that midsection. Back shouldn't be rounding. I'm hinging. My back staying level. Tummy work, hip flex work. Driving through. It should be intense as you drive through. You've got it. I'm going to go for 5, 4. I'm trying not to rush. I'm resisting the urge to get it done quickly. Here we go. Let's go 2, 2, 1. Okay. Well done. All right. Let's give those rest. Bigger movements onto your shoulders. So I'm going to make it a bit tougher. I'm going double leg and into your double arm press. Again, seated will make it a bit easier. Potentially, depends on if you're on a band or dumbbells. But let's go, double arm, shoulder press. I'm squeezing my glutes to create that foundation. Nice and steady. It's good. Control as you drive. Well done. Powering through. It's good. Drive, you got it. Working through. And we're going to go for 8. The slower the better. 7. Good. Again, full range. Squeeze. 6. 5. 4. Nice and steady. 3. It's good. 2. And there's 1. Okay, great stuff. Back onto your legs. So now I'm going to look to get those glutes working a bit more. I'll go this side first. So now instead of that backwards drop, I'm going to go for a forward hinge. Okay, again, you're going to go down to the depth that's appropriate. So here we go. I'm going to hinge forwards with a slight rotation. Feel the lengthening of the glutes. Now, you might be here. You might be a bit more upright. Depends on what those knees are allowing you to do. And you're going to drive through nice and tall. Hinge and drive. Feel the glutes lengthen. Feel this thigh now work. I'm going to ask you to reduce the workload on that back foot. Okay, let's keep it on this front foot as I drop down through, and we're going to go for 4. Nice and steady. 3. 2. It's good. And hinge, lever. 1. Should be thigh and glutes. Okay, here we go. Swapping sides. We're going to hinge. Feel that glute lengthen and drive. So again, you may choose to bring some weights in on this, so dumbbells either side, just to make it a bit more intense. Otherwise, let's just slow this down. So control, control, control as I hinge and lever through. Well done. Nice and steady and lever through. You've got it opening through and drive. Okay, let's get 3 more in. So slow, slow, slow and squeeze. Yeah, 3 and 2. Hinge. There's 1. Okay, well done. Quick drink for me. Not too long. We've done 2 rounds. I'm going to get the 3rd one in. Okay, and I want you to be really quite intentional to make this as tough as you can. Right, so let's get a nice high platform. I'm going to be quite aggressive now, so a nice quick turnover. I'm going to be faster and more aggressive on the movements. Okay, so glutes first. Here we go. So driving high. Again, I'm not really offsetting. I'm keeping it here, relatively strict on the technique, but I'm driving that knee through. I'm helping myself with the arm. Feel the core, feel the hip flexor, and then 6, 5, 4, squeeze that glute, 3, yep, 2, 1, okay, change, yep. Squeeze that glute for stability, driving through, dry, good, again, just check that glute, fire up the whole time, you've got it, 6, yep, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay, well done, abs, let's go, so again, quite an aggressive turnover, here we go, so single or double leg, again, I'm using my momentum here, so now, stretch reflex, I'm going to use that elasticity to get a help in the change of direction, keep going, it's meant to be tough, let's go, yep, go, yep, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay, legs, alright, now I'm going to slow you down. And we're going to look at the two movements, vertical, backwards, drop like a sissy squat, and then there's that forward hinge. Follow me, I'm going to be working for 5 in each direction, so basically 10. So nice and upright, here we go, tracking back, nice and slow, down to the depth, that's appropriate. Slow, slow, 1, control, so really feel that stability. Again, you're just going down to the depth, that's appropriate. My back leg is helping out a lot. Taking the weight, getting the stretch. Squeeze from that quad, nice and controlled. Feel the contraction, stability in that knee, in that glute. Feel that stretch, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. I've lost count, let's get one more in. So steady, 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 and control. Keeping the tension on. Here we go, slow hinge. Okay, standing tall, really far off that quad, release that back foot, squeeze the glutes. Okay, yep, and again, steady, 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 good, control, 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 squeeze the glutes. Okay, good, and steady, using that back foot as late as possible until that last bit where it's required, and driving through. Okay, I think we've got 2 more, squeeze the glutes. The intensity should be there, and I'll work through nice and slow. Just try and make sure I'm recruiting the right muscle groups. Oh, that one hurt. Okay, here we go. Last one, control. You've got a break after this one. Steady, 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 and yeah, drive. Use that main front leg, and then knee through and balance. Okay. Well done. All right. Down. Okay, here we go. Last one, we've got a long break after this as we switch to our movement plans. Okay, so nice and tall, control, again, like I say, the depth that's appropriate. 1. Squeeze, squeeze. 2. Get that back leg involved. 3. It's good. 4, well done. Nice and steady, controlling through. Okay, and drive, drive, drive. Okay, let's get straight in there. Here we go, hinge. Loading through, get that glute involved, and stabilise. Good. 1. Control. Stabilise. 2. It's good. Stabilise. Yep. 3. You may find that one side you've got a bit more balance and control than the other. Okay, here we go. Last one. So really challenge yourself. Strong in the core. Let's go. Control, control, control. The depth is appropriate. And drive. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Well done, guys. Lovely. Shake that out for me. Brilliant job. Well done. Have a breather. So it should be a fair amount of lactic build up in those thighs. Well done. So do have a drink. We're taking it into another 4 movements. So I'm going to work the glutes. If you've got a band, that's great. If you haven't, don't worry. You can work this without the movement pattern. We are going to go into a back exercise, a pulling exercise. I'm going to give you an alternative if you haven't got any resistance. Right? So I'm going to work glutes again, side band work. I'm going to go for a single arm row. I'm going to go for a squat. I'm going to go for a pull. I'm only going to do 2 rounds. All right? So we're going to keep it continuous and work through. So if you've got a band, let's get into those squats. We're going to take it low. Pop the band around the back of the knees. Okay, and you're going to hook those thumbs in and then hold those thighs. That's the kind of resistance that I'm wanting you to use. If you haven't got a band, that's fine. I'd like to work down and we're going to side step, okay? So if you haven't got a band, go super low for me. All right, here we go then. So into position, hitting those glutes. 3, 2, and again, off we go. Don't worry about reps. Just work through. If you're finding it tough to get a full range, then just make it a little bit easier. So bring those hands into the thigh, driving through. If you want to bring a bit of movement in, if you feel that just helps with the exercise, both with a band or without, that's fine. Go for it. Just add that resistance, go nice and wide. I'm going to keep you going for about another 15 seconds. So just use the space that you've got. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, there's 1. Okay, nice one. Single arm row. If you haven't got a band, I'm going to ask you to go into a press up. So press up position on your knees. When we change arms, I'm going to ask you to switch, have a rest. Okay, band on your feet or dumbbells, and off we go, single or double band. I don't mind, but let's just work through that back. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, you got it, 6, 5, 4, if you're doing press ups, keep going, 3, yeah, 2, yeah, there's 1. Okay, press ups, have a rest as we switch arms. Okay, here we go, and again, 3, 2, 1, yeah, off we go. 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, there's 1. Okay, nice, well done. All right, give the back, give the chest a rest, back onto those legs. Okay, so just body weight for me on this one, guys. So into your squats, comfortable stance. Let's sit into that chair and work through. So like the lunges, I'd like to focus on controlled descent. Feel the weight go back into those glutes. And I want you to just sit back into the chair, take your time. Work the range that's appropriate for you. You may be here. It might just be a small movement, feeling that contraction. You may be able to get a little bit fuller in the movement. That's great. Just take your time. Feel the weight loading through. Okay, whatever angle that you're working through, I'd like to take yourself into your zone. Okay, I'm going to pulse, pulse. If pulsing aggravates, you just hold a static contraction. 5, feel those muscle groups. 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, well done. Back into your pulling exercise. So now I'm going to ask you to pop your band around something that's fixed. If you're with dumbbells, we're going to go for a rowing movement with your dumbbells. rowing through. If you've got a band, we're going to go for a upright pull. If you haven't got a band, I'd like to go into a back extension. So you're going to line your tummy and we're going to extend, drop, extend. Okay, so one set. Here we go, set yourself up. Stagger your stance, it just helps you get a bit more resistance or a bit more stability. And off we go. So again, working that back, working those extender muscle groups. Drive, breathe out when it's hard, breathe in when it's easy. Okay, you've got a short break coming up after this. We're going to go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, there's 1. Okay, nice one. Well done. Quick breather. 1 round down. Like I say, we're doing 2 rounds, so you know the exercises. Just use whatever kit you've got, your TRX, your bands, your dumbbells, or just working with that body weight. All right, back into your glutes. So I'm not going to use a band this time. So here we go. Last time for the second round. Load those glutes, okay, and off we go. So really drive. Think about leading with the knee, not leading with the foot. It's that knee. So really get that glute to work. As I haven't got a band, I'm going to stay low. I'm going to make it worthwhile. I'm really sit into those quads as you work through. If this is catching your knee, keep going for me. If it's catching your knee, then you can go for a glute extension, okay? Don't feel you have to go into that squat position. All right, I'm going to keep going for 30 seconds, so just keep working through with what you can. Try and build into that lactic build up on those quads, on those glutes, okay? All right, going to go for 15 seconds, so if you want to be a bit more intentional, do so. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay. Whew. Single arm work. So single arm row. If you haven't got any weights, press ups. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yep. Okay. Here we go. 10 more. 10. So if you make it relatively heavy. 9, 8. Good. 1. All right, rest on the press ups, rest on the pull. 3, 2, 1. And again, yep. It's good. 10 more. It's good. There's 10. Okay, well done. Great stuff. Back into those squats, so back onto those legs. If you've got a band or dumbbells, then we're going to again do a similar movement, but by all means add a bit of resistance in there, okay? And off we go, back into those squats and drive through into a chair and drive. Work into the depth that's appropriate for you. If it does catch the knee, then change the depth, or even go into that glute exercise I showed you earlier, okay, or an exercise on the floor. So just keep moving and do an exercise that's appropriate, okay. When I get to 1, we're going to stay down there and pulse. 4, nice and controlled. 3, nice and steady. There's 2, good, okay, there's 1. All right, taking it low and stay there. It's good, stay in those glutes. Think about pulsing with the glute contraction. Core nice and strong. Stay in there for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay. Whew. Well done. Okay, onto your back again. So if you haven't got a band or resistance, back extension on the floor. Otherwise, TRX, band work, double arm row, your choice. Here we go, last one. Pretty movement, 3, 2, 1. Okay, drawing through, breathing in, squeeze, Really feel the contraction of the shoulders as you draw back and down. Nice and steady. Yep, it's good. And let's go for a 10. And yep, 9. Keep the scapula set back and down. 8. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, well done. And relax. Great stuff. Well done, guys. Nice one. Have a quick drink of water. We're going to move on. We've got 2 more movements, okay? And they're now only going to go for 1 round. Alright, so we've done 3 rounds on the big up standing movements. We've done 2 rounds on the quads on the back, and now we're going to go 1 round on your abs and 1 round on your glutes. So basically we're going to be working for 2 minutes on the glutes, 2 minutes on the abs. I'd like you to follow me on the glutes. Okay, we're going to hold a static contraction. I'm going to keep my hips high, and I'm going to add some pulses in there throughout the 2 minutes. We're then going to go straight into the tummy work. I'm going to ask you to play with the exercises. So sit-ups, it might be it might be drive-throughs. So working that core, I don't really mind. We've got 2 minutes of just doing tummy exercises. Again, you can follow me, or you can make up your own. Okay, but last time we're through. Glutes 2 minutes, abs 2 minutes, and then we're stretching, we're done. Alright, so here we go. Onto your back. Glute bridge, starting in 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, so drive nice and high. So whilst we set off, I'd like to pop your fingers onto your glutes. Feel that contraction. Okay, do make sure those feet are close. As you push the glutes high, squeeze the glutes, feel the stretch in the quads. And I'm just going to ask you to stay there. When I get to 1, we're going to start to go into your hip drives, and then we're going to get back to our bridge position. Be strict with yourself, guys. Let's make sure we're fully at the top, fully contracted, getting a good stretch in those quads. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Let's tap, drive, yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, full range, 8, yep, 9, and 10. Stay there, squeeze the glutes. Now that we've got back into that contraction, I'd like to squeeze your knees in. Feel the glutes contract even more, and let's keep that strong. Well done. We've done a minute. You've got a minute to go, okay? Get ready for those drive-throughs in 5, 4, keep it high, 3, 2, and 1. Yep, 10, yep, 9, 8, 6, 5, go right to the top, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bridge, okay? Guys, we've got 40 seconds. We're going to now keep you there. So squeeze high, bring those knees in, feel the glutes contract, keep it there. Think about your breathing. It's good. Your glutes should be on fire. They should be fully flexed up. You've got 20 seconds. Go on, keep it strong. I know it's burning. I want blood flow to that area. I want to get full contraction from those glutes. Last bit will push through for 10, 9, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Well done. Hug your knees. Lengthen out the glutes. Well done. 3, 2, 1. All right. Tummy work. Okay. 2 minutes. Your choice. You can follow me if you choose to. Okay. 3, 2, and 1. So I'm just going to start off with controlled core work. Midsection nice and strong. I'm going to change that to an ab crunch with a bit of rotation. Okay, keeping that steady. 5, 4, 3, 2. It's good. Okay, so I'm going to bring myself up through. So drive, little rotation. I'm going to go for 10, 9, 7, nice control. Roll into those abs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm going to go to reverse crunch. Here we go. Do what you can, otherwise join me. Reverse crunch. 10, 9, 8, 1. Okay, well done. I'm going to go back into my heel drops. We've got 45 seconds. Okay, that's good. I'm going to go into just a straight curl up. 3, 2, and there's 1. Okay, I'm going to curl up through, so hands in, tuck that chin, roll through, engage that midsection. Okay, open and control through. Well done. And again, driving through. It's good. Well done. Okay, we've got 15 seconds. So I'm just going to push it through, drive. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Well done, guys. 2 minutes. Done. Okay, lovely. Stay where you are, that's fine. And let's just quickly stretch you out. So if you can point those toes nice and long. Extend those arms, try and keep your back flat to the floor. Let your abs, hip flexors, quads, your lats open out as you stretch, as you reach tall. 5, 4, 3, 2, there's 1. Okay, lumbar spine now, so knees across and rotate and just leave that knee around. 5, 2, 1. Well done. Switching sides. Feel that glute open through. 5, 4, 3, 2, there's 1. Okay, nice. Let's get to hamstrings. So here we go. Walk yourself through. Just feel the back of those legs open. 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1. Well done. Okay, hands behind. Slide yourself away, opening out that chest. Just feel that nice steep stretch in the shoulders, in that chest line for 5, 4, 3, 2, and there's 1, and relax. Nice one, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Are you feeling good for it? Well done. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the videos, and I look forward to training with you soon. Okay, see ya. Bye.